Folks, welcome to Everything Pro Wrestling. Everything Pro Wrestling is a show by the fans, for the fans. Today, you're getting a little bit of hybrid action. On the screen, you see my Clash of the Podcast partner every Monday live at 6:05, Sean Hubbard of Hubbard Wrestling Weekly. Sean, say what's up.
What's going on, guys? Happy to be here.
Right next to me in studio is the man in blue, the one, the only, your coach, Derek.
Yo, yo, yo.
We got AEW All In. It was, what a long show. What a long night. And I know Saturday night's main event's happening now. I didn't think the show was going to go this long, but it did. We'll get into the who, what, why, where, why did this happen? A lot to it. With that being said, man, we're going to hit the intro and then we're going to get right into the show. Let's get it.
Everything pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people. The best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin. The opinion and the lesson. Yes, everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you.
What is going on, everybody? Appreciate everybody who has joined us. Once again, you know the usual things, man. If you want to do us a big old favor, hit that like button and hit subscribe. Helps us out greatly. Make sure that you are also subscribed to Sean. His stuff's in the description. It'll probably be popping up as well over on the side. Much love. I got that popping up for you guys in the live chat. Also, big shout out tonight. First stream ever we're doing on Kick. And I think going forward, all of our stuff, including Clash, will be on Kick. So make sure you guys check that out. I got to learn a little bit more about the platform. So, hey, it's what it is. Get into our shout outs real quick, man. We got Clown in the house. And I'll let Sean do his usuals for your names here.
You already know what it is. Cleezy13Z4 Tweezy in the afternoon, saying afternoon, but it's not night. It's not afternoon no more. It's evening time, man.
He's 3 hours behind.
Okay,
so that's 5 for him.
Welcome to the show. We appreciate you being here. And Leezy Fashizi in the building. Hello, good evening. Damn, what a show. I agree, man.
I agree. Lit. Pro Wrestling Shoe said we got fed good tonight. How you feel, Derek? Look at Derek's smile. He was happy to see that. Eating good. Shout out to my guy, Elite Easy E, man. Appreciate you. No Diddy, no Goldberg. Going crazy in here. B-Boy said 8 hours of good stuff. What's good, Jay? Counter book. Wow. Yes, I did see someone had that sign in the crowd. Also hope Adam Cole takes time to heal up for sure. For sure. Matt letting it know how he feels. BJ letting it know how he feels. What's good, Beach? Yeah, also over Rob Zombie for sure. You'd over Rob Zombie. Crazy, man. XG Dub, what's good, man? Appreciate you.
What's up, X?
All good, man. BJ says, now I'm also saying poor Drew. That's what's being a company player gets to you on that side of the yard. Woo. Hard times, man. Listen, I don't want to waste anyone's time. It's a long weekend. Sean's doing a post Saturday night's main event show. I hear people talking about it in the chat. Head on over to Hubbard Wrestling Weekly. You're not going to want to miss that.
Immediately following.
Like and subscribe, man.
We're working.
We're eating over here is what we're doing. It's going in. We're going to start things off real quick here with the 0 hour. Man, it was a wild 0 hour. I really liked how these four interacted on this. I'm just bringing up minor details. If you guys didn't watch, you don't have to chime in on any of this. But we open up things here. They had 3 matches set for us. We had the 8-man tag, which was made at ROH Supercard with basically the Von Erichs. You could call them all the Sons of Texas, but Dustin and Sammy and the Von Erichs team up against Shane Taylor Promotions. I thought that was a fantastic match. I really, really enjoyed that one.
Yeah. It was. No, it was definitely good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And you know me, I don't really watch the 0 hour. So
yeah. And hater of multi-man matches. So I'll take that for what it's worth. I really love that the infantry, Shane Taylor, Lee Moriarty got a spot here. I thought that they really did a darn good job. Anthony Ogogo was out there. The Von Erichs, the Rhodes, a lot of wrestling history in that ring. If you know, you know. But it was sad because during this match, Sean, we did also get some breaking news. And it was about Adam Cole. Adam Cole is going to be unable to defend the TNT championship. He was not able to get cleared. and it sounds like he's going away again. It feels like he just got back and he's gone.
Yeah.
As I was preparing for my day, had some errands to run, and obviously we knew that we had these back-to-back shows and everything that was going on today. Obviously I'm checking my phone, getting prepared for your show, my show, our shows. And I'm like seeing these reports that Adam Cole's going to be out. And I'm like, well, first of all, I got the report that it was a 4-way match for the vacant TNT championship. And I'm like, what's going on with that? Obviously, I didn't get much information. I think it's been very kind of close to the vest about what the ailment is for Adam Cole. We can speculate all we want. I don't choose to speculate. I'm sure you guys don't either. But very, very disturbing news. Adam Cole, as you guys know, is one of my favorites of all time. And, he just can't seem to stay healthy. The thing that concerns me is it's an undisclosed situation. I don't know if it's a concussion. I don't know if it's a revisiting of the foot or ankle problem. I don't know if it's a health problem, but it does not sound good, and it's very upsetting to hear that Adam Cole's going to be out again.
Yeah. Adam Cole was scheduled to go up against Kyle Fletcher. Unfortunately, that match had to get changed, and I mentioned it right after the Dustin match for a particular reason, because the new match is going to end up being on this card. Daniel Garcia, Dustin Rhodes, Kyle Fletcher, and Sammy Guevara in a 4-way. More on that momentarily, because we still had more matches to get through here. We had the Don Callis family versus some form here of the conglomeration. You had all the homies in this one. They brought the boom. That's what we do. We bring them.
Enough of that crap.
I always laugh. If someone had to ask me, like, who is Big Boom AJ like, I always tell them 2000s British Bulldog. If you had to put something on it, rolled up jeans and tube socks. Solid wrestler. He's just old school, man. Kyle O'Reilly got in on this one. Ishii, we had the Rizzler. We had everybody out there. Hologram was even out there. Hechicero with the Don Callis family. Hechicero's been on fire, by the way. Like, if you didn't see him in Ring of Honor last night, bro, fire match with Michael Oku. RPG Vice, Lance Archer are here, basically the Don Callis B team. So they come out, and we knew what this was going to be, right? They do their spots, and Rocky Romero got cooked with the power bomb. The end, right? Boom, done. The baby faces win. They celebrate. I think they even show Ishii giving the Rizzler his hat, and then Rizzler hit the pose. He does his thing. And my favorite match on here, which was crazy that this is even a 0-hour match, but we have the Outrunners versus FTR with Stokely. When I tell you, man, the Outrunners came out, Sean, and they were dressed like a pack of Newports.
They were.
Social media, and I was like, I could just feel that. I could feel the old 90s coming back when you see someone in the store. How you doing? How you doing, man?
The old that's the old mechanic.
And we here at EPW do not believe in smoking, so don't smoke. But just crazy. So they came out dressed like that, and they did all their stuff. They tried their best, but it wasn't enough because they wanted to chase Stokely around the ring. FTR do the classic, put your feet on the ropes. They're classic 80s tag team wrestling. Like, that's what I love about their matches.
Well, that's what makes them interesting, and that's what makes them, appealing to a old school guy like myself.
Right? Yo, Rob, love it. Some more people have popped in. Sir Quills is in the house saying what up to CJ Hubs. Derek, yeah, you got the all-star trio right here today. This is the all-star team for these reviews. All in, darn good show from start to finish, no question. All good, man. All good. Jocelyn, I put a message in the chat. I'll check on that for you. I won't disclose it, but I'll check on that for you. Rob says, what a day. Only thing hotter than the Blackstone was the second half of All In. Tell him, brother. Tell him. T Ferg's here. What's good, man? We appreciate you. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Derek must have hated this pay-per-view. It's full loaded with multi-man matches, trios, and tag titles with 3 teams. You'll be shocked, I think, for this one. You'll be shocked a little bit more than you would think. Let's get into the main, man. We had opened up here with the main card. This card changed many a times. Like I said, I had to update the posters multiple times. StreamYard has it where you can't move it. Please go complain to StreamYard for me. Like, can we please, so that I can move these pictures in the order that I want them so we could stay in order? Now I'm trying to remember where things were and what's happening, but we're here, man. That's the match card for All In. Here's the poster. we were loving this. It was good stuff today, man. Good stuff. We open with the trios match, the Ops versus the Death Riders. Everyone, please share your thoughts on this one.
Go ahead, D.
Oh, look at you both. Look at these
Sean,
real gentlemen here. Pass it at the same time.
Well, I mean, I'm a big fan of the Ops. The only thing that I'm a little concerned about is the status of Hook. We all know that storyline is progressing. We don't know exactly what's going to happen next. But I'm a big Samoa Joe fan. I'm ecstatic that they got the win. However, the aftermath of the match was there's a lot to be desired. See, to me, when you think about what happened to Joe at the conclusion of this match, or actually after the match, and then you think about what happened to Ospreay, we'll get into that later. These type of spots, right? And there are spots, these kind of spots indicate absence. You know what I'm trying to say? These kind of spots indicate absence. That is a maneuver to indicate that you were putting somebody out of action. So if that is the case, what is this going to be the status of the Trios World Championship? We shall have to wait and see. But the Ops getting the win was the right move. I'm a little concerned about the storyline or the direction of the team now that it looks like Samoa Joe is quote unquote out of action. By the way, very safely done. I want to comment on that. Very safely done by Castagnoli, that move, because you got to be so careful with a move like that. Twice in the same night, he got it done. It was perfect.
I was gonna say, Sean's referring to Joe's neck getting Pillmanized in a steel chair. So
yes, perfectly done. Very safe, very on top of his game. Castagnoli, as always. But again, it indicates that Joe's going to be out for a while, so we'll see. But great match. And great way to set the table for the rest of the evening.
Yo, for sure. Derek, I got to bring up this before I go to you. The spinning muscle buster, bro. Samoa Joe looked like old ROH Samoa Joe. And it was on Yuta, because if you don't know, Yuta is probably the most hated member of the Death Riders. So he was like, oh, for you, I got something special. He did a little turnaround and then caught him. Loved it. Great ending. And I agree with Sean's sentiments. I'm very curious to see what they end up doing on Dynamite.
Yeah, I totally agree with the story developing with Hook and everything. It's like, okay, what do we got next? Mm-hmm. And then you got Samoa Joe taking that well executed move, like you said. But oh man, dude, I gotta say that that power slam that Hobbs performed.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Yo, that was fire, dude. Like, fantastic. Come on. The way he pulled, like, it was so seamless. I don't know if you could pull that off again with that much precision. Like that was just cold. That was cold. I loved it.
It was.
Yeah. We'll move on here, guys. And then they went into, which was maybe surprising to some, but they went into the men's casino gauntlet. We knew number 1 and number 2 were Mark Briscoe and MJF. I'm still going to say, I think that they need to put a feud with these guys.
I agree with that. That should be a no-brainer.
It's right there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's right there for you. Like, I say, go for it and do it. Number 3 was Ricochet. We could jump in on this, guys, because I'm not going through every entrant on all of these, because
you're not tired. You're not ready to rock and roll and go 7 hours like AEW.
Yo, on the real, I actually do have every entrant listed here. I promise.
I know you do.
If nobody believes my notes, they're right here. Derek can see them.
Yep.
Long. Every entrant
entrant
for this match. The women's I messed up bad because I was getting food. But big man got to eat. But going through this, Ricochet is my MVP for this match. I thought he delivered. He took a lot of moves in this. No, he wasn't the best one. He took everyone's moves. He could do all the styles for each person. He was getting wrecked. There was a point where I was like, he ain't kicking out. Come on, man. That's a lot of kickouts for Ricochet.
He's a very good professional wrestler.
Yeah. But in all honesty, match of the night, bro.
Derek gets it.
I'm not listening to
Derek gets it.
Sean says. This is hate, folks. I'm not going to be double teamed.
I said he's a very good professional wrestler.
It sounds slighty. Bandito.
God bless you, Derek. You picked up on that right away.
Yeah, chops will be coming later. Bandito and Konosuke Takeshita delivered in this. Josh Alexander was floating around. Roddy, Brody King. Juice Robinson made his return. I love seeing the Bang Bang Gang back. Juice, my boy.
Yeah. Clean shaven, too. What's up with that? Different look.
Yeah.
Very different.
Very different.
I thought Elias was coming out.
Oh, yeah.
Or Zeke. What was his brother? Zeke.
Ezekiel. Who wants to walk? Well,
Oh, my.
Terrible. Ibushi beats Mordos. Max Caster. I thought we were going to get something there, and they do the perfect ending for this. Mark Briscoe hits the J Driller, I think on Roderick Strong. I could be wrong. MJF just tosses him out and steals it because that's what happens.
Yes.
The rich guy steals from the guy who did all the work. Yes. It's perfect. MJF wins. MJF looked like he was balling. Yo, he fits with the Hurt Syndicate. Maybe there is no end game to this.
Maybe not.
They stay together because he looked good with MVP. MVP looked on his game.
Yeah, I agree with that. But we got to address that move that Ricochet took off from Konosuke off the top rope. Man, that knee was devastating.
Oh yeah, that's why I said Ricochet was one of the best in this match, bro. He took a doomsday knee device, bro. Who does that? Wild.
That was devastating. Like when I seen that, I'm like, dude, you should be dead right now. Like there's no life left in you from that.
Gentlemen, I don't want to take away from what we're talking about here, but
I just saw somebody. I saw it in the chat,
and I'm watching on DVR as big shout out to M. Leezy and BJ as always. We have a problem. It looks like Seth Rollins might have gone down again, like retro 2014. Right, there might be an issue with Seth Rollins. Yeah,
knee injury again. Oh yes, my goodness,
that's what it looks like, and it looks like it's legit. That's a big. I mean, my prediction for Goldberg was all based on not this. That's the important thing, but my prediction for Goldberg winning and then Seth cashing in, that might go down the tubes, and a lot more things might go down the tubes if Seth Rollins is seriously hurt. Oh my!
Yeah, we had to put up the breaking news again.
Wow.
Yeah, prayers up for Seth, man. That's awful. Crazy to think. MJF wins the contract, trying to get back onto this. Prayers to Seth, though. Like I said,
yes.
Sean.
He did real quick. He did take the BFT, and the match ended okay. So we'll see. But let's move on.
Okay. So do you guys think that this is going to be used like a briefcase again, like where you can cash in at any time? To me, it says it's a guaranteed title shot. It doesn't say like anywhere, anytime. I did not hear those words. So I prefer it Lucha Underground style. I've told Sean many of times, I think the Money in the Bank is played out. It's a great concept, used sparingly.
Yeah.
But I prefer like you have a title shot. That's it. Like you're a number one contender. You just quickly jumped up through the ranks and no one should question it because you won this match.
Yeah, I like it that way. I think that's how it should be, because when you have it too often,
it loses the like. It's lost its mystique to me. When you do 2 a year, I'm like, here we go again. It's time. Like anytime now, when someone's down after the match, you're like, is it now?
Yeah, do
it. But it gets the pop though. I see Sean's face, and I'm like, it's gonna get the pop though. You know it is. It's just cheap.
Hi, Derek. Hi, Conrad. My name is Sean. Don't know if we've met before, but WWE gets on my nerves. But there's one thing that I do like, and that's the Money in the Bank element. I like AEW using it in the Money in the Bank vibe. So the whole like cash in vibe, even though we can't say cash in, I'm cool with that. That does not bother me.
Interesting.
Yeah, I have to say that I like the cash in element. I see you gentlemen might disagree.
Yeah. I mean, it's just preference when it comes down to it.
I mean, like when it becomes to telegraphed, then it's like, all right, breaks.
BJ said it right too. Like the G1 briefcase, it's a guaranteed title shot that can be put on the line and defended, similar to a title. Like, I'll put this on the line against you. Why would you do that? You're crazy, but baby faces do crazy things.
Right?
Yes, they do.
It should be done in the vein of RVD. You get to call and pick the stipulation that suits you. I love that. That was one of my favorite ones where they cashed in as well. That's up there for me. Moving on, Stokely announces FTR will be special guest commentators for the tag team title triple threat match happening later. We go back to this four-way now for the TNT Championship. Rob, BJ, and anyone else who heard me before knows that I called what happened in this match. I don't have notes. I'm not going to talk about it. All I know is there were a lot of suplexes, a lot of Eddie Guerrero tributes in this one, and Dustin Rhodes did his thing, and Dustin Rhodes reversed a sharpshooter into a small package to become the Dust is walking around here like he's the CEO. Yeah. Dust is walking around with a lot of belts now. Yeah. And I thought Dustin deserved this, though. And I have my theory on it, but I'll save it until the end. But thoughts on Dustin Rhodes becoming the new TNT champion? Sean, classic wrestler fan here. I'll go to you first.
The natural, gold dust, the whole 9 yards.
First title since 1999.
Yeah, that means nothing to me. The situation is this. I don't believe in Lifetime Achievement Awards when it comes to wrestling matches and titles. I do believe that that's what the Hall of Fame is for. I do believe that that is what special acknowledgments are for. Tonight was not pleasing to me as it relates to I respect Dustin Rhodes. I appreciate his career and what he's done. You do not give that man what equates to the Intercontinental or the United States Championship of AEW to Dustin Rhodes on a whim.
European.
European is kind of disrespectful, bro.
No, it's not. I think Derek, do you think I think the international title has surpassed it?
Yeah. You think so? Okay, maybe so.
Orange Cassidy's reign made it feel more important. I was like, yep, they've switched for sure.
Okay, I respect your opinion. That's cool, and it may be true. But either way, they definitely consider TBS Championship and the TNT Championship to be the secondary championship. Because that's what's been said. And no matter what you're talking about, which is true, that they've kind of elevated the others, that's a matter of conjuncture. But I don't know, man. He wins the title. They put him on his shoulders. Dustin deserves a Hall of Fame nod. Dustin deserves a pat on the back for all the work he's put in. But you do not put the second-tier championship on that man's shoulder because it's a Lifetime Achievement Award. I don't agree with it. I believe that belt right now should be in the Don Callis family, and I'm very upset that it's not.
Thank you for the correction, BJ. He said, you mean unified? Yes, as of this moment right now in time, but we're talking about that moment back then when it happened. Right. So, I think that the Dustin thing, do you care if I give my opinion, Derek?
No.
Derek knows my thoughts. So here's what I was thinking. If Cole's down, he's injured. Kyle Fletcher winning here means nothing. It would mean nothing. Garcia just had the title, and Sammy Guevara has been a TNT champion multiple times. Been there, seen it. Not trying to disrespect the guy. He's getting better, in my opinion, too, with working with Dustin. Why do you give it to Dustin? Because you can give Dustin the nod, a pat on the back, and an accolade that you probably should have did earlier on, but you didn't. Mm-hmm. So Dustin's in here, and now Kyle Fletcher can beat him, and it could be on Wednesday for all I care. But he needs to have some type of feud going into it with Dustin because it'll mean more because he's a heel. Him to just crush Dustin Rhodes, I think that does way more for him than winning a 4-way and then, I'm the champ again. Because you spent all that time building it up with Cole. You lost all the heat for it. Okay, you won. Great. Now what?
No. So I think Kyle Fletcher's moment was supposed to be in front of 50,000 people in Dallas, Texas, or wherever Texas they were in. And I think that was a deviation that was not pleasing to a wrestling purist like me. It's a championship. It's not a Hall of Fame ring.
I can understand where you're coming from with that. I don't know. I guess for me, I'm outside looking in. I'm just happy to see Dustin get a title. He's
got 3, bro.
I know.
It's not like they're not giving him any love over there.
Well, wait a minute though. But to say what you said though, it's on a channel where less people see him. What do you want? What do you want from me here?
Biggest show of the year. It was Kyle Fletcher's night. It's unfortunate what happened to Adam Cole. You make the deviation. You don't go with Dustin Rhodes for a Lifetime Achievement Award. Everybody in the wrestling world, from Clash of the Podcast, Everything Pro Wrestling, Hubbard Wrestling Weekly, all the way to wherever you want to go, knows tonight was about a Lifetime Achievement Award. This is not the stage for a Lifetime Achievement Award.
I put something in the chat that I want you to see privately, but
sure.
We'll talk. I don't want to talk about it on air though. I'm gonna move forward from this.
Oh my! Oh God!
Right.
Okay.
But I don't know. But I don't know if that's, you know what I mean? We don't know the accuracy of some of that stuff. So I don't want to say that. Young Bucks. We get into the big tag team match. Young Bucks versus Swerve and Will Ospreay. Derek, was it all that did it live up to what Derek expected? What Derek wanted? Did it give you the feels?
Yes, it gave me the feels. This was something that I've been waiting to see for a long time, because we all know, man, the Young Bucks will be in a tag team. They get dominated, but then they always come out in the end winning, always standing. Oh, it was time. It's well over time to see you two fall. No disrespect, respectfully, of course.
You can't say disrespect, then respectfully. I'm gonna have to cut you off there for saying that.
Well, I'm being a little jaded. But just the fact to see Will Ospreay and Swerve wrestle together against the Young Bucks, that was a sight to see.
I love the special entrances. Will Ospreay gets Assassin's Creed entrance. Swerve Strickland got JoJo Offerman, the wife of Bray Wyatt. She sang Ain't Nobody. Shaka Khan's Ain't Nobody, which was Swerve's indie theme.
Shaka Khan?
Yes. But did you notice behind her, they had the little fireflies while she sang it? I thought that was a nice touch. And I thought that was very cool. That was very cool that they let her do that.
Absolutely.
The Young Bucks come out and then they disappear. And then they're on a boat. The Founding Fathers entrance going around on a boat going into the arena. I was like, what foolishness is this? But this match, Sean, fantastic, bro. I really like this one. They have reminded me why I like the Young Bucks and why they are probably in this generation's like top tag team, like one of them. It's them, FTR, the Usos, and New Day to me. Like,
yeah, it's hard to argue.
Stop me when I'm wrong. You might even want to throw the Briscoes in there, and they were the last generation, one of the best tag teams. Like,
yeah, that's true.
These are not much analytics needed. You're talking about a top 10 tag team in the world, and you're talking about two of the top 10 singles wrestlers in the world that put on an absolute clinic tonight.
That's all you can ask for. You can't ask for more than that. It's just the fact that you see this. You see them putting it together the way that they put it together.
They did some of the best spamming of finishers I've ever seen.
Oh, my God, yeah.
I never saw super kick, super kick, super kick, super kick, duck, duck, hold this, hold that, super kick to you, punch to you, save you, and then all four go down. Once again, I was watching with a non-wrestling fan, and they came in and they were like, wow, that's like so exciting. This is crazy watching it. And sometimes we have to remember, Sean, this might not be for me. This might not be for you. This might not be for Derek, because they were watching this. And you know what happened? They ended up watching the rest of the show from this point forward, Sean, and they were glued. They were like, what company is this? And they were like, is this WWE? And I was like, no, it's this guy. They were like, wow, this is really, really good. Like in comparison to the other ones. And I was like, interesting take for people to say something like that. Oh no,
jeez Louise. I just saw an announcement that made me want to puke.
Do
you guys want to? I got a scoop for you guys. SummerSlam, Jelly Roll and Randy Orton tag team against Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre at freaking SummerSlam.
SummerSlam,
the second most important pay-per-view in WWE history.
I'm happy for all involved. And I wish them the best, and they have a bang-up match.
Oh, my goodness. Lord have mercy.
Is this where my tax dollars go?
You don't live in New Jersey, good sir. So, top tier here, man. Prince Nana eats a super kick. TK driver to Swerve on the outside. Ospreay eats more bang for your buck. EVP trigger on Swerve. Swerve saves Ospreay before the 3 count, barely. Ospreay accidentally hit Swerve with a hidden blade. Had us shaking in our boots after that happened. Like, Ospreay ends up eating some super kicks. Swerve goes in front of him, like I said. They hit their own version of the TK driver on the Bucks with the Swerve stomp, but they kick out a 2.9. Close falls for both after that. And Swerve says, let's end this. And they hit a hidden blade house call combo. I was like, that's it.
Yeah.
And it was game over, man.
It better have been it.
The EVPs are no more. Sean, you got that right, man. I thought they were going to, play around with this, but they said, nah, forget that. You're done with.
I am not going to brag about being right about that one, because my brother, you hit a home run on this pay-per-view. You may have got this one wrong, but my God.
Oh yeah.
And I felt like I thought you were on the writing team when this pay-per-view went down.
After that happens, they celebrate. It's a beautiful day. Sean got me on this one for sure. We jump into the next match, and I'm seeing everybody. Ernest the Cat Miller. What is going on right now? Somebody call my mama.
Love that guy. Love that guy.
Entertainer to the fullest. If you don't know,
yes, sir.
Where was I with this? My mind. The women's gauntlet, women's casino gauntlet. Let's talk about it. Once again, I don't have a lot of stuff. We mentioned Statlander and Bane would be 1 and 2. You got Willow in there, Tate Mello, Queen Aminata, Julia Hart, Thekla, Mina Shirakawa, who's the new interim Ring of Honor Women's Television Champion because they have 100 belts on ROH. Not to disrespect them, but I'm just like, what? Who? Okay, you're a champ too. And she comes out. I thought Mina did very well in this as well. Thunder Rosa's out there battling Athena again. Shuri came out from Stardom. I thought she did well. Alex Windsor's here. Mina has the match won. She hits a beautiful like kick or hit. Somebody's down and she's going. I'm like, Penner, you got the match won. And she's like, no. I have to go for the figure 4. She goes for the figure 4. Athena hits the best old face. Derek jumped out of his seat when this happened. Yo, legs went up. Right, perfect. Athena lays on top. Like, what did I tell you? What did I tell you? And Athena is walking away with the contract. Sean, your thoughts on this, man?
I thought that this win, though you predicted it, I thought that this win almost guaranteed that Sasha Banks, aka Mercedes Moné, was going to win the world title.
You weren't the only one.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. But Athena, man, listen, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Derek, I'll say it to you for the first time. I have been so wrong about this woman. I have been wrong about her from day one that she left WWE after that terrible run that she was in.
No, you weren't wrong. It was presented wrong. You got to see through their presentation sometimes. We're like, nah.
Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate you putting that spin on it, my brother. But I was wrong, or I was presented wrong. And this woman has proven me wrong and proven WWE wrong. I am so thrilled with her progression. And I think that she should be the one to beat Toni Storm. I mean, I am thrilled with her progression. She's made the ROH Women's Championship must-see television. She's now the #1 contender for the AEW belt. It is phenomenal stuff.
Cray, what's good? I see a lot of people. Jeez Louise. I'm not even going to repeat that line, BJ, that you wrote about the Bucks. There were so many of these ladies tonight that brought the cakes, the donuts, the pies, the croissants.
Bro, my girl was
cowboy
like,
head is naughty. Naughty.
My girl was like, yo, because my girl, she's kind of like, she be noticing other chicks. Like, she's like, yo, AEW got some baddies in it.
They do. They definitely do.
And I don't know how to transition from this to this match, but when you're looking at baddies with a tag team partner, we get ourselves into a tag team triple threat.
That was a yoga stretch. Shout out to Kobe. Rest in peace, Kobe. That was a yoga stretch.
Kobe. Call me the Mixed Mamba.
There you go.
We got the Hurt Syndicate defending their belts against Jet Speed and the Patriarchy. I think all three of us got this wrong, and that's a rare occasion when all three of us are sitting here like, well, we were wrong.
Yeah.
I believe you both picked the Patriarchy, right?
Yes.
And then I went with Jet Speed. Did not go that way. Listen, we know what this match was. First off, MVP came out. I don't know if y'all should, but look up how much those shoes were worth that MVP came out in. He came out with West Side Gun, Hometown Guy, Smoke Dizza, and they were out there rapping the theme, Derek.
Yep.
Hit it one time for him, D. Go ahead.
We hurt people.
We
hurt people.
We
hurt people.
We
hurt people.
Oh, yeah.
Shelton Benjamin delivered a knee to Kip Sabian that knocked his foxtail stiff, bro. That knee was Shelton Benjamin was on his A game in this, bro. I loved what he did in here. Nick Wayne, tremendous, bro. He did great too in this. Like, there's no complaints about anyone in this match. Kevin Knight is too big to be that athletic. That's all I just keep telling myself. I'm like, how does this brother do it?
He is. It was still a lot of chaos though.
It was. And I think I told Derek at one point I saw someone starting to do like the speedball kicks in the women's gauntlet. I'm like, speedball probably was on the headset, like, stop that right now. That's my thing.
Right.
Please stop doing my move. In 80s wrestling, they didn't play that back in the day. They're like, yo, get back here. Come here. Don't ever do my stuff.
It's starting? No, we're gonna stop that right now.
Pause that, all right. MVP's in there getting his stuff in. FTR's on commentary. Sean, we knew what this was going to lead to, didn't we?
Of course.
Lashley pie faces him. They get up. Christian is going for his finish. It looks like he's got it won. Boom. He collides into FTR. FTR are mad. He turns around, spear, and we're back. We hurt people.
Yeah.
We hurt people.
Yeah.
I love it, man. Hurt Syndicate continue their reign. MJF's out there holding up the contract. MVP looks like the proudest dude in the world wearing sneakers that cost more than that's like it's a down payment on a house. And they did their thing, man. Fantastic work, I think, by all involved.
Absolutely. Like, gotta give it up to the Hurt Syndicate, man. First of all, Shelton Benjamin, I'm gonna need you to chill, bro. You just gonna take someone's head off with that knee, bro.
Yeah,
like I love it. Don't get me wrong, I love it, but chill. And then Bob with the spine buster on speed, like, bro.
Yeah, no, he got him up,
bro. Stop.
Let's talk of the aftermatch stuff. And dude, Christian and them and FTR get into it. They had an agreement, didn't work out. He's like, you know what, guys? Me and my family, we're just going to leave. And as they're leaving, Christian goes through the ropes. Nick Wayne pulls him in, delivers the kill switch, and they start putting a beat down with FTR on him. Mother Wayne's laughing, Kip Sabian's agreeing.
I called it.
Everyone called it. You seen this a mile away coming. Stevie Wonder called this, Derek. He saw this.
Ray Charles was like, watch this.
Man, after that happens, they're about to hit the concerto on Christian. Dax has his foot on his head. You think you know him. Cope is back. Cope did not care about none of this. He did his entrance. He's running to the side with Spike. He's out there doing the pyro. This is going to make a little more sense in a second, but sometimes I hate when they do the little entrances. So I'm like, just get out there.
We do realize that Wayne has a chair in his hand about to obliterate Christian, and you're taking your sweet time coming to the ring. All right,
just do it. Just do it.
What are you doing? Like this is not the time to be showboating and doing your stinking pyro.
Not as bad as Jeff though. Jeff.
Oh, that's a fact. Jeff, Matt's down there darn near getting unalived, and Jeff is taking his sweet time. Sweet Lord, he's like, yeah, it's time to dance. Meanwhile, Matt's about to lose his life.
Yeah. So they're out there doing that, right? And he makes the save. Everyone pedals out. The Spike gets smacked out of people's hands. Nick Wayne's hands hurt. They all take the powder and leave. And FTR's like, you better watch yourself. He gets up, and Christian gets up, and he gets a mic, and he says, Christian, go. And this is a play on the go F yourself. He said, go find yourself. And he leaves because he didn't care about him. So it makes a little more sense after he said that, like, whatever, bro. We're not reunited yet, but it's coming. It's coming. We got a little time. We got 2 months. Definitely. It's coming.
You think you know me?
I got to give Derek his 30 seconds here real quick to do his pitch of a return for somebody here. With his Derek's favorite wrestler is Cope, if you never knew that, guys. So.
Listen, you're going to like this, though. It's going to make sense.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Nah, go ahead, bro. You got it. You're very articulate. Come on.
Because I wrote it down. All right. Derek's pitch is Gangrel returns with Edge and Christian.
Jeez. Like what?
No. But it could be on Dynamite or wherever. Yeah. But he said he wants Stokely Hathaway to get a bloodbath one time just to make him mad. It. Rob says it's going to be like Kevin Nash. SmackDown 2 in the back where the lights are just flickering, then you come up all red. Then we get after that, we get a Forbidden Door ad on August 24th. Sean, did you know what else is happening on August 24th?
August 24th. I do not know what's happening on August 24th.
NXT Heatwave was just announced as well on that exact same date. So we're going to be back doubling up on shows. So
they make me sick, bro. God. You know something? I have multiple TVs in my home, and that's not a flex. A lot of people have multiple TVs in their home. I could have watched NXT right along with AEW, and I just did not do it. I refuse to do it. because the pettiness, it's like, I'm not doing that. I could easily have flipped my other TV on and watched NXT, and I said, I'm not doing it because this is some petty crap, guys.
It really is. Like,
wow.
You've been established for years.
It's ridiculous, Derek. Conrad, it's ridiculous.
It is. Why do you feel like you need to compete on the same day around the same time?
And it's blatant. It's blatant. It's blatant.
Exactly.
Like they're going out of their way to do this.
Yeah. Bro, they did 2 shows today just to do this. Like
that's too much.
I'm gonna say it again. It's not a flex. Everybody and their brother has more than one TV these days.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that to be a flex. I could have watched NXT right next to AEW, and I just refused to do it. I am so sick of WWE and their crap. Their petty crap.
We'll save it for Monday because me and Sean are probably going to get into it when we talk Evolution on Monday.
Yeah, man. Wow.
But yeah, now we're getting into the nitty gritty here. We go into Timeless Toni Storm and Mercedes Moné. I have debated this might be my match of the night. I'm saying it could be. It could be argued. I love this match.
I'm going with it.
I love this match. It was so good. 2 of the best, I think. I don't know if this is one of the best matches of all time. I've seen people saying that. I'm ready to hold judgment a little bit because recency bias is in there, but it's up there though. I think.
Well,
it's one of the best.
prisoner of the moment things kind of happen, but it was fantastic though.
But I think this is one that I'm like, can we revisit this? That's how I feel. I'm like, let me revisit this after because they delivered here. Sean, I'm throwing it to you, man. Any thoughts on this? I know you've been critical of Moné at times, but fantastic match. I think that the haters have to push back a little bit on this one. At least critical
of Moné, but at the same time, extremely complimentary as well. I consider her to be a top 2 female performer in the world. So I'm
as we mentioned on our Horsewomen podcast on Hubbard Wrestling Weekly yesterday.
Oh my God, I appreciate you, brother. Definitely number 1 in the Horsewomen. That's not even a
Mixed
thing.
Mamba back at it.
There you go. But yeah, I mean, I thought that she would win the match because for me it was like Mercedes Moné was to me I thought was on a collision course with Athena, as I mentioned earlier in the show. It turned out to not be the case. She still may be in a collision course, but it's not going to be for the world title because we saw Mercedes. I don't ever want to hear anybody talk about Mercedes Moné being like Hulk Hogan ever again.
Yeah.
Ever again. I don't want to hear that crap ever again because she took a L in the middle of the ring clean after a super storm pile driver, super eye of the storm. She took it like a champ. She lost. She went flat on her back. She's still the TBS champion. She's still the 6-belt champion, but she lost. And she lost in a spectacular match where both women both women showed the world why I consider them to be the number 1 and 2 female competitors in the world today, in the entire industry. Number 1 and number 2, with Bianca Belair being number 3. And these 2 women proved me right once again. They proved me wrong as far as the result of the match because I thought Mercedes Moné was going to win, but I am not mad. What a fantastic, amazing match. These 2 women just delivered beyond delivery.
Mercedes kicked out of 3 pile drivers. Derek lost his mind at that. He's like, all right, that's ridiculous.
Right.
And I was like, hold on, Derek. But she really didn't get back up after that. Like she tried roll-ups and she stayed on the ground mostly. I'm hoping Mercedes was just working. I was fearful a little bit towards the end. I'm like,
really?
Or she got her bell rung maybe. But then that pile driver off the top rope, bro. I was like, that's it. Game over. I knew it was done after that.
Well,
I was like, what?
And Eye of the Storm usually is associated with a tornado. So I'm going to call that Eye of the Storm off the top rope the tornado.
Avalanche. I don't know what you want to call it, what you want, but it was over, bro.
Man,
listen, Storm Zero. I'm sorry. Thank you, Quilly. Storm Zero is what it's called.
Listen, that 3, Sean, it was so bad. I got so pissed. You talking about 3 Storm Zeros.
Yep.
He kicks out. I sat up, got up off the couch. I threw my phone to the floor. I like,
you were upset?
Yes. I like, all right, man. Let's chill now, okay? Because you can't tell me she's taking 3 Storm Zeros.
Right. Let's not Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels super kick this thing, right?
Right. Like I was like, all right, bro, we're doing too much. No, stop it. But it did make sense because, like he said, she never really got up after that. She stayed low, and then I was like, okay. Then when we got the one off the top, I'm like, yeah, you better be done.
Well, if she had kicked out of that would have been ridiculous.
Oh, I'd have made my way down to Arlington, Texas, and like, hold on,
Yep.
Stop.
After that, Jim Ross joins the commentary team, and then we move into our next matchup, which was for the Unified Championship, unifying the Continental and International Championship, Kazuchika Okada versus Kenny Omega. I am going to push back on people. If anyone ever tells me that Kenny Omega doesn't have psychology in his matches, that is a lie after tonight. That is a lie, because they worked that stomach angle the entire match. And there were times where I'm like, he's going to forget, isn't he? You got to forget at some point, right? Nope.
Quick side note, I came up with a belt name that would be dope, that would be better than just the word unified.
Throw it in there.
Continental.
Continental. I don't know. That's gonna be. Could you imagine people trying to spell that? It's gonna be big Kevin.
I'm just saying,
letters.
unified doesn't make it. Derek, are you with me? Unified title doesn't make any sense.
No,
it's a unified title, but you can't call the title unified. It's like right now, Derek. Follow me on this. It's like the title. The name of the title is unified. It's not unified. Blah blah blah. It's the unified. Like, what does that even mean?
Yeah. No, I'm with you on that.
It
doesn't make sense, but if you spell it, you're like, all right, do we spell that with a C or do we spell that with a K?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, people are gonna be messed up from that name. I thought this was a fine match, though. They worked the stomach on German suplexes. Kenny wouldn't bridge because his stomach hurt. Mm-hmm. It very smart in everything they did. Anytime that he got some offense, Okada was like, punch to the stomach. We're not doing this. Yeah. Something else happened, punch to the stomach, knee to the stomach.
Sit down.
At one point, Don Callis was hilarious in this too as a manager. He would get his little shots in it, but if Kenny came near the table and was getting up, he would run. He would throw the headset off and run off every time. I'm like, he's a coward. I love it. That's what you want out of these two. I don't know if people expected more, but on a show card so loaded, this would be match of the night on any other card throughout the year. And tonight, it was really great. But you had so much greatness on here that you could pick and choose whatever you wanted. But I thought these two delivered big time. Kenny had a great entrance. They even did the one wing angel spot. Don pulls the ref out. We get another ref out there, but eventually he gets caught with that last Rainmaker, and Kazuchika Okada is the unified champion. To my understanding, both title lineages will continue. It's similar to the Universal and the WWE title, what they're doing. So like, Cody was the champ, and now who took the belt from Cody? So Cena now will be listed as both the champions in the.
Oh wow, I did not know that. Okay,
that's why they did it weird like that. So because people are like, so are they going to defend all of these belts? And I'm like, I don't think Tony's keeping more belts. I think he's going to bring these together. But you're champions of both technically.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, it's wrestling nerd stuff. So some people didn't get that, and that's how I took it at least. So if I'm wrong, someone correct me one day. But that's how I always took it. I don't know what is going on. Right now I'm seeing stuff happening from the live match, but I enjoyed this one. Did it deliver for you guys?
Yeah.
In short.
I think, in my own opinion, I think that like you said, on any other pay-per-view, this match is match of the night. But I feel just in theory, my own theory, I feel that they didn't want to outshine what Mercedes and Toni Storm did.
Yeah.
Because no disrespect to either one of them. They're great. Love them both. They put on great matches more often than not. But I think with these two, I think they could have blown it out of the whole arena at any second. But I feel like they were like, you know what? We're not going to outshine them. They put on an excellent match. We're going to put on an excellent match too, but we're not going to outshine them. And if that is the case, I respect them for it.
Sean, did it deliver for you at least?
It wasn't Tokyo Dome, but it delivered. This is not going to go down as the greatest fight, similar to Serrano and Taylor last night on Netflix. But I don't even want to talk about that. I hear you, brother. I hear you. It wasn't Tokyo Dome, but it was excellent. I mean, if Tokyo Dome was a 10, then this was a 9, and there's nothing wrong with a 9 being your co-main event.
No, as long as he didn't AJ Styles Nakamura from WrestleMania, I'm fine. So
there you go.
I'll take that. That's a dub.
Yeah.
Well said.
We move on. Main event real quick, guys. There's not a lot to say. This isn't about headlocks, wrist locks, hip tosses, or any of that. Bro, this match started with Hangman coming out to his old music. I absolutely loved it. Jon Moxley comes out with the truck with the smoke coming out of it. It fits the Death Riders, right? Throughout all of this, man. And I'm going to post some pictures from a definitely great creator on social media. Link in the description, man. I got to just show some of these off.
Very nice.
I told him I would. Just Tixie 26, if you guys want to show him some love. He's got some great creations. Dude, Moxley stabbing people, Moxley getting stabbed in the head with a fork in the beginning and bleeding, and you see it happening. That's old school pro wrestling 101. I have not seen that since Regal and Triple H, where they like trusted the other person to do that. Blood everywhere. Hangman gets barbed wire wrapped around his head, raked across his back. We got glass shards being used. They're dragging each other through it. Their backs are bleeding. People are going through. Yo, not the time, Terry. Not the time. Everything's happening in this one. I don't know if it was too gruesome for you, Sean, but from what we've seen in AEW, I was like, yo, this is crazy. Crazy.
I think they did it right. I think this was a upgraded. Oh, man, is Sean about to say what he's about to say? Yes. I think this is an upgraded WrestleMania 40. I loved it. I loved it. It was an upgraded WrestleMania 40, and it didn't take them having to bring out Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, John Cena, the Usos, and The Undertaker to make it happen.
And cutting back on the themes, I thought was better too. Like Ospreay just tried to run out, but Death Riders get out there. Ospreay tries to come out. Ospreay wasn't enough. He came out with a chair. They Pillmanized him with the chair. And then it gets really good once you see Darby Allin's video play, and then he's distracted. Some fan jumps in the ring with a hoodie on with a Blue Panther mask, and he's in the corner, and it's Bryan Danielson, who recently just said WWE called him to say, can you please stop doing the yes chants? Crazy.
Why?
And
didn't he invent that?
He did it technically. It's technically from Nate Diaz, I believe, right? From UFC started
technically, but wrestling
got it from him.
Yeah, exactly.
So he hits him with the running knee. Bryan Danielson beats anybody in sight. Like they were getting kicks, and I was like, he's back, baby. I love this. Mm-hmm. Darby starts rappelling down from the top of Texas Rangers Stadium here, Globe Life Field. He comes down, coffin drop, put him in the coffin. He takes everybody out. He didn't need the title, like I said. He didn't need it. None of that mattered. His revenge is on Moxley for what he did. Yes. Perfect. So he takes his group out. Marina Shafir got Death Valley Driver through a table. She was out way before this. At one point, we see the dead eye. She helps Moxley up at the last second. The Young Bucks come in, super kick Hangman, and they're about to make sure he gets costed. Everything. They put in a bed of nails after he gets up from that. Moxley says, Marina, go get the belt. I'm going to hit him with the briefcase since he's going to taste this belt. She goes to get it, Sean. And this is my favorite part. And then she goes to walk away, and she's like, I got handcuffed. And she's stuck on something. Prince Nana was underneath the Sean is doing the Nana dance. Handcuffs her. She can't move, and he got her good. Moxley is losing his mind, and that's when we knew. Here comes Swerve. Swerve takes out the Bucks. He uses the chain, slides the chain to Hangman after their conversation on Collision on Thursday. But nothing happens on Collision. Boo on you. They do that. Hangman uses it to take him out, and then they set up everything. Buckshot lariats. The Bucks are down. Swerve gave him it, and Hangman won by basically wrapping a chain around and hanging Moxley. Derek loved the sell.
Yes.
Great sell by Moxley there, too.
That was excellent.
How ironic is it that the best performance that we've seen from Jon Moxley in the last, I'd say the last 7 months was in his first losing effort in 7 months. Like his victories over the last several months, almost a year, have left so much to be desired. But tonight he delivered in a losing effort.
I can agree with that. I think with him knowing that he was going to win, it was just like,
Dog. Moxley has nowhere to go. He taps out. We get a new champion. Hangman takes his time opening the briefcase, and it worked, man. I got the goosebumps. When he pulled the belt out, I was like, yep, it worked. The belt is back. Hangman is back. The cowboy is bloody, and he gets to walk off, and you just hear the music, and I was like, that was fire, bro.
And a little bit of a cool small caveat. It's all about the details. That Brian Danielson's nameplates were still on the belt from when Moxley took it from him. Those small details mean something.
I didn't notice.
Because that was Moxley's trophy that he beat his friend for this title. Like, I beat him, and I want people to remember that. Because I didn't need the belt to be the champion. You just knew that I'm the baddest dude around here. It worked. And I think you telling what you said about Moxley was very good as well, Sean. It really sold that he put on this great performance, because I think that's how he designed it. Like, I want you to hate me. I'm not going to do anything that you love that I do. Nothing cool is going to happen for me. He stopped bleeding. If Moxley bled, it was by accident in a match. Like, it was because he's bald, and when you're bald, you bleed easy. Like, he never bled on purpose, though. And I was like, wow, interesting. Long form storytelling, Hubs. Yes. I knew Darby was coming from the rafters. Love Swerve getting involved. He and Hangman are tied to each other. Absolutely. By a chain. Think about that, too. There was a lot to this. Love the small details of Bryan Danielson keeping the nameplate. Absolutely. They even cut his post-retirement speech. WWE. Yeah, no comment. But yeah, that's the ending of this, man. The Cowboy walks free, and he wins the Texas Death Match. We go off the air with celebration. Life is good. Things are good. Guys, overall pay-per-view grade. I'm dropping a straight A.
Yeah, I don't give many of these, and y'all know where I'm going. I don't give many of these. That was an A.
Yeah,
that was an A show. I mean,
it was definitely an A.
That it was a phenomenal effort by All Elite Wrestling tonight.
Yeah.
And I don't want to hear crap about it was too long. Oh, 6 hours. It was 6 hours of action packed. If you need to go to the bathroom, go to the bathroom. If you need to get something to eat, get something to eat. Shut up and deal with it. It was phenomenal from start to finish.
And it was a counter book to a counter book. Just saying, they probably stayed longer.
You brought this to my attention, Derek. I don't know if he told you the same thing or you picked up on. I did not pick up on it. Conrad Cushman, this is why he's the best in the business. Conrad Cushman texted me and he said that he thought this was a counter book as it relates to the reason why I was going so long. When I got that revelation, it made my heart sing. It made my heart sing that they were able to counteract the petty, underhanded business practices of World Wrestling Entertainment and have that show circumvent NXT and Saturday Night's Main Event.
Think about this, Sean.
Phenomenal.
How would we have structured the card? Me, you, or Derek? You give us this match, regular show, nothing's going up against it. Each one of your main events would have been every hour.
Separated, absolutely.
Instead, they were like, nah, player. You're going to wait for all the best matches till the end because you ain't going to go watch that show. You're going to stay right here and rock with us.
And I have full confidence. No proof, but full confidence that when this adjustment was made from an evening show to an afternoon show because of the initial move due to Saturday Night's Main Event, that they went to the cable companies, they went to Triller internationally, went to PPV.com, Amazon.com, all these distributors individually and said, hey, we need 6 hours. We need 6 hours. And they put this thing together and they hit a home run.
Yeah. Delay Grant said S tier pay-per-view. I may go back and want to say A+ later. Those are hard to get for me. Like those are like classic shows. Like you can put that on there.
WrestleMania 17.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
SummerSlam 02.
Yeah.
You can go back and put those on there. Matt says the Unified Championship, breaking news from Tony Khan in the media scrum. Unified Championship will carry Continental rules, no outside interference by Tony Khan. So
don't overthink it, but okay.
I like that. No, I love that with the Continental though. It's just straight up. Yeah, there's no. Yeah, but there's gonna be no garbage in this.
I respect it.
Okay. And there'll be a winner.
Okay.
Thank you. He said Pizza Hut experience. Same with EPW 9.5 show. Long pay-per-view. Time flew by. 9 out of 10. AEW All In 9 out of 10 show. Period. Deanna's giving it an 8.75, man. Shout out to the people in the stadium. They were a good crowd. They held it down, man.
They did.
Held it down.
You guys sound like AEW purists. I'm sick of it.
I just like good wrestling, peeps. That's it. Make sure if you guys are in here, you hit the like and subscribe. I appreciate everyone who just popped in, popped out. Go over to Hubbard Wrestling Weekly immediately after I end this.
20 minutes. You got 20 minutes to grab yourself a soda or whatever your evening thing is. I'll be meeting you guys at 10:25.
In real time, that means 2 minutes. Get it together.
That's right.
Go over, do your thing, and we're going to listen to Sean as well and put this together in audio form. Hopefully I'll have some time tomorrow to try to chop and clip this up. And then Monday, Clash of the Podcast, we're going to be back once again. So make sure you guys are locked in with me and Sean on Monday, 6:05 Eastern Standard Time here on the Everything Pro Wrestling channel. Like I said, we've been brainstorming some stuff. It's all going to come to fruition pretty soon. Working on some cool things possibly for SummerSlam. Keep that locked in as well. Me and Derek will be live Wednesday for AEW Dynamite happening from Chicago, Illinois.
Chicago.
So make sure you are tuned in with us. Sean, I thank you, brother, for showing up on here. Derek, I thank you.
My pleasure, man.
Yes, sir.
Donnie, thank you for representing. Donnie, I'm sure I will be yelling tomorrow when I see you at the party. With that being said, you guys enjoy a great evening. You guys have been great. I love my tag team partners. Thank you guys so much for helping. And I got to read this before we go off the air. Delay Grats. Hope this pays for a month of HBO Max so you can watch AEW Dynamite next week. 8 hours of AEW today and the main event of Felonies. That this was AEW. Thank you, Delay Grats. Love you, brother. Appreciate that, man.
Appreciate it.
Means a lot to all of us. With that being said, man, I appreciate my tag team partners coming on here. I appreciate everyone who listens to us every week. For me, Sean, Derek, thank you all ever so much, man. And we will catch you guys on Monday.
Meet me on HWW. Meet me in 10 minutes.
Let's go out there and let's get it. Peace.